What's up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Michael, or It's Law Worth It. Today I'm going to be talking about my summer working in big law. So I feel like this video is going to be really short and just straight to the point as always, because that's how we like it. But anyway, this summer I got to work in big law before I officially start law school at UCLA Law this fall. It was such an amazing opportunity. Like, I'm so glad that I was able to actually just get my foot in the door working in big law, gain some experience before starting law school. Like, I just felt like this opportunity was once in a lifetime, and I'm just really grateful that I even had this opportunity to work in big law and just gain more knowledge about big law before starting law school. If you don't already know, and if you don't follow my law school account, make sure you follow it because I'll be posting more content there. But if you don't already know, I completed the SEO Law Fellowship this summer, and that is how I got my internship at a big law firm. The SEO Law Fellowship is essentially a fellowship where you do 2 weeks at a summer institute, and during that institute you receive training on big law. You also go over what you'll be learning in law school and go over some of the material and the classes that you will be taking during your first year of law school. You take actual exams, and you just network with other fellow incoming law students, and that happens for 2 weeks. And then for 8 weeks you are placed at a big law firm in your host city, and you do work at that law firm. So this summer I completed this fellowship, and for the 2 weeks we went to New York. And New York was really interesting. I personally loved New York, but it was very different to be there for business and to actually have a structured schedule. We ended up having in-person programming, which then turned into virtual programming. And for that programming, we still were in classes, we still were required to attend these networking events and socialize as well. And I ended up going home at the end of the first week because unfortunately there was a COVID outbreak, and that meant that some people had to go home, and I was one of those people. I didn't have COVID, but I did have to go home, and I went home and completed the second week fully virtual back home in LA. And then after that week I actually went to Texas. I went to Houston, Texas for 8 weeks, and I worked at a law firm there. During the 8 weeks I ended up getting COVID, so I was out of the office for 2 weeks, and that was kind of really challenging because it was at the start of the internship, so it really did put a damper on me networking with the other summer associates, and then also the associates in the office, and going to the social events. Like, I missed probably 3 or 4 of the social events, and that really just sucked. It was really unfortunate because that was the start of my summer. But I came back stronger than ever, and I was able to continue to network with the summer associates and do the work and get to know all of the associates in the office. And I had an amazing time. Like, I actually really loved my firm. I went in having experience because I previously worked at a law firm before I started this fellowship. So I did have some understanding of what work is done at a law firm. But I think that for people going into law school, not everyone will have that experience. So it is really great that people are able to do this fellowship and gain that experience before going into law, so that they know what they are getting themselves into, and just to kind of have that knowledge of the kind of work that they will be doing once they graduate law school. So back to the work. I was familiar with a lot of the work that I was required to do, and I honestly enjoyed my work. I worked on a lot of different projects, but I mainly worked on one case the entire summer, and within that case I worked on so many projects. I think maybe like 10 projects within that one case. Like, I should also mention that the projects that I did consisted of me just doing research on different topics, and then like creating a map for plaintiffs, and then also doing like other spreadsheets on different cases, and doing some pro bono work as well. So I did gain a lot of experience during this time, and I worked on so many different projects, and I honestly really loved it. I loved the work. I loved being able to work with the partners and build that relationship with them. And then also one of the summer associates, we worked really close together because we were working on the same case. And then just being able to honestly get to know everyone else in the office and do other projects as well. But I honestly had a great time, and I love the firm. Like I said, I love the work.